So now that you have your deer meat. How profound is that statement? So Miss O's going to show us her famous deer neck roast, venison neck roast. A lot of people overlook the neck on the deer. It's full of connective tissue, silver skin, all kinds of junk, and most people either leave it and don't take it off the deer, or they cut it off and just grind it up. One of our favorite parts of shooting a mature buck is usually their neck. It's swole, and then you end up with a slab off each side of the neck, and in some cases you'll have 4 slabs about this size. And Miss O will get that out to show us. So if you get a mature buck, you'll go all the way from basically the base of their head all the way down to where the back straps begin, or down to about the top of their front shoulders, and you can end up with essentially 4 pieces of neck roast, which will feed like a family of 5 per roast per se. I don't know.
It depends on how much you eat. It might feed one person.
I don't know how much they weigh, but the trick to it is, what do you think? 5
probably,
pounds?
4 to 5 pounds.
4 to 5 pounds.
This is probably a bigger one.
Yeah, and that's a quarter of a neck. The trick is to cook it and make it edible, so you can smoke it and then braise it all day to start breaking down that connective tissue, or what Mrs. O has discovered is using the Instapot. How long does that take?
Hour and a half.
Takes an hour and a half.
It's thawed, so I don't know if it takes more if it's frozen.
Oh, okay. You can do it frozen, you think?
Yeah, I mean, pressure cooking is, you can do frozen meat, but I don't know because I always do thawed, so.
I don't know zippy zap about it. So she's gonna do it thawed out, and in my opinion, it is the closest tasting cut on the entire deer, closest tasting to beef, if you're gonna compare it to that, on the entire deer. To the point it's almost indistinguishable when it's done this way. In my opinion, it's super simple. Mrs. O will show you, and then we'll show you when it's all done. Take it over, Mrs. O.
Take it over. It's got the meat. Put it in the pot.
We picked that up to show them in case they're unfamiliar with the neck cut or the neck roast.
It looks like a terrible cut of venison. Like, you wouldn't want your meat to look like this, and you think, oh wow, that is only worth grinding. But I think it's the only piece that is like beef, that tastes like roast beef, looks like roast beef. I mean, you would be very hard pressed not to know, or to know that it's
not beef. Yeah,
not beef.
And some of you may not know this, but when you look at that and Mrs. O says, oh, this looks like a terrible cut. Now, if you had a cut of beef that looked like that, marbled with fat, you would say, oh, this is a good cut of beef. On venison, you avoid the fat. Usually you trim your meat really well, all the silver skin, connective tissue, all the fat, because that's what will give venison a strong flavor. If anybody says they've had venison and it's gamey, it's probably because it rode around in the back of a guy's truck for 2 weeks and was hanging on a pole till the skin fell off, or they have a lot of fat in it. So that's just my opinion, but.
Well, I mean, if you took this and ground it, it wouldn't taste gamey. It would still be good for that. But if you just took it and cut it up and tried to cook it in a frying pan,
you couldn't eat it.
Or roasted it in the oven, you wouldn't be able to eat it. And if you undercook it, it's unedible, and that's how you know you need to keep going.
Yeah.
But once you get it to the point where it's edible, it's great.
And edible in the sense, which means edible in the sense that it's tender, that you can actually chew it without losing a tooth. So anyways, carry on, let us know what's up.
So I just take like coffee cups worth of water, put some bouillon in there, stir it up.
It's not bouillon. It's better than bouillon. A person could probably season this to some degree, I would imagine.
Oh yeah, you could put whatever you want in there. But if I put like potatoes in with this, the potatoes would just be so overcooked because of the length of time you have to cook it for.
Hour and a half, you said, right?
I cook it for an hour and a half. That seems to do it.
In the pressure cooker.
Anything less than that doesn't work.
Now we've tried this in the crock pot, am I right?
No.
Not this. Okay. Other roasts. Let's say you're breaking down the hind quarter. You got your top round, bottom round, your sirloin. Let's say you take your a round roast out of the hind quarter, stick it in a crock pot. They turn out fine, but they're very dry because there is no fat. So that's what we would compare it to.
Yeah, you don't need to use this much, but you do have to use some water in the Instapot because it's got to have steam for pressure.
Is there a pressure setting on it, or is that pre-regulated?
So I just use the meat, which is like the highest setting. So if you have a different brand, use the highest setting. And then time-wise, I do between 90 and 100 minutes.
So set it to nuclear, 100 minutes.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. So meat, it's already set 100 because the last time I cooked it was this, and then you're off.
All right, we'll see you guys in 100 minutes. 100 minutes has passed. Is that what you're supposed to do?
Speeding up the process.
Probably.
Seems legit. You think it's safe?
When my brother was little, my mom had a pressure cooker with the metal disc. You know, one of those old school ones?
Uh-huh.
You know what he did?
What'd he do?
Stuck a piece of spaghetti in it.
What happened?
Boom!
Did it make it hurt?
I don't believe so. My brother's still alive. You know what else my brother did? You know the things you use to whip up mashed potatoes, the beaters?
Uh-huh. The mixer?
Yep, he ran his tongue through one of those because he was trying to lick the...
Mashed potatoes?
No, like frosting or whatever mom was cooking or baking.
Cake
and
batter?
he stuck his tongue on it and freaking turned it on. Stuck his tongue right through that sucker.
Wow.
Yeah, he was special. Let's see this thing.
Hopefully it's done.
It looks done. Smells good.
Find out. Looks right.
Yeah, it looks pretty done.
Let's dig it out.
Just old buck can't eat them old bucks, that's what everybody says.
That's a myth.
It's a myth. I'd rather have one of these than a Doreen, because you don't get a big neck roast off Doreen. Looks hot.
Yeah. Look at that. Looks like beef.
You gonna break it up a little there? You never know on video. It can taste like absolute dog food. And people are like, oh, this is great. But I just wanted to show the people this because, like I say, I think this is often an overlooked cut of meat on the venison. Everybody wants them back straps and them loins.
Well, they're good too.
Yeah, they're good too, but this is a great cut along with the shank, which we don't do a lot of shanks, but you can also braise your shanks. Kind of hard to do your shanks in a pressure cooker. If you're gonna leave the bone in, I guess you could do bone off shanks and do them there as well. But so that's it. That's your neck roast on your venison. It actually does taste really, really good, folks. A lot like beef. And it looks very similar to like if you were gonna do just a chuck roast or something in your pressure cooker, like old Meemaw used to make. But that's it. And then the silver skin, everything breaks down. You poop it right out, no problem.
Oh my gosh.
Well, without the silver skin, it's indigestible. It's what they.
It's all broken down.
The big.
You don't have to do any digesting.
Yeah, that's what I say. It just goes right out. So that's it, folks. There's your venison neck roast. You gotta tell them it tastes good. Yeah, we just told these people it's gonna taste good.
You don't have
Can't
to.
lie to them. How is it? Do you like it? Well, you like it, right?
Needs ranch.
This could have been your buck. Needs ranch.
Ranch.
Did you just say it needs ranch? What's the
I
matter?
eat ranch with it.
What's the matter with you, kid?